have experienced social norms. We know what it means when we say go stand in a line. We know how to behave. When you walk into a classroom, you know which way to look at the teacher. There are cues that somebody either told you directly or there was an understanding of an experience that over time informed your behavior when you walk into a room. So now apply that to understanding gender norms of what is your attitude and expectation that you, in implicitness, aren't even aware that you're doing. Think about when you were a young child and you might have heard the phrase,
"You play ball like a girl."
In that short phrase, there is a values statement placed on what that means. If a boy throws like a girl, it is less than. Boys are intended to be bigger, stronger, louder, and girls are quieter, weaker, softer than. There's data points that show less than 10% of women are in CEO positions. Less than 20% of cities in Ohio have women as mayors. There's the pay disparity and the gender pay gap. Do we have equal pay? What are our recruiting practices? What is our hiring practice? What are our policies within the workplace? Imagine what will happen in a community that continues to have these conversations and drive the change.
With all these women who are different ages, different ethnicities, so many different things going on in our lives, some married, some with kids, some without. Underneath it all, it's sort of the same struggle.
There was a time when I took this role almost 5 years ago to run this nonprofit. Several of the comments were around how would I handle that because I had young children. And I remember thinking at the time that my husband would not have been asked that question at all.
I know for me, like being a woman, I've always been told to be soft and be gentle and don't be too aggressive or I'm going to get called the B word.
A man is supposed to provide for his family and be the strong protector.
And as a man, especially a gay man, I don't fit into that box. And when I don't, people don't really know what to do with me.
And just the fact that you can see it, for me was like, oh wow, I never thought of that. I always feel like it's so personal, like my struggle is me and only mine.
When in reality, you don't have to be in a box. You can expand your horizons and see what else is out there other than what society says is okay.
These are always very enlightening. I always get energized after conversations like this, always thinking about what can I do to make these changes, and now how do we take that out to people that don't necessarily understand what women are feeling and why we feel like we're not treated equally when you hear stats such as 78 cents on the dollar.
That's a really crazy stat. Without the kid, I don't think we would have been able to drum up those same types of conversations. Very informative. It brought a lot of awareness to me that I did not know.
And that we understand that those implicit biases, by definition, means that we don't know we have them. So I think that implicit biases is a way for us to get at the root cause of our behavior. And hopefully we can change some of those behaviors and help women and girls to reach their full potential.
And that's what you have to do as a gender ally. You have to start looking and breaking the norms because you have to realize that kind of thing happens. You want the best talent, so you have to open up the fields to make sure you get the best talent.
I think if we want the world to change, we have to start asking these questions and we have to discuss it. It made me realize that I'm proud of who I am and I'm not going to let anybody make me feel that I haven't reached my full potential.